Is it? Oh wow, now it's quieter. Cool. Hi. Welcome. I'll just get straight into this because we have our first performer up and ready to go. My name is Bree. I'm the co-executive director of Sacred Voices. Hi, welcome. We foster unity and healing among BIPOC communities in Denver with creative expression. So that's open mics, workshops, just about anything. You can find us on our website at sacred-voices.org. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. We do not have a Twitter yet. I don't think we'll ever get a Twitter, but that may change. Who knows? Twitter is like a scary place. It's like the void, and you get lost in it a lot. And I've gotten lost in Twitter a lot. But about our open mics, so all of our open mics are free. A suggested $5 donation is appreciated so that we can pay our staff like me or our features, which is really great. We have some really great performers coming up for y'all tonight. I'm super excited, and we have a super dope feature. Super excited for all the things that are happening. Really quickly, for people who donated to us for Colorado Gives Day, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. We managed to raise $2,000 in donations, which is like really big because this is like Sacred Voices' first year doing fundraising and donating and all the things. So I appreciate all y'all for keeping me employed. Gotcha. Just kidding. Not really. Thanks for keeping me employed. We have a really cool event coming up next weekend at Union Hall, Denver. If you don't know Union Hall, Denver, get to know them. They're a really cool gallery art space in Denver, right across the way from Union Station. It's going to be a holiday pop-up vendor event. So if you are scrambling to try to get your boo or your mama a gift, we got you. We have some vendors that will have some amazing gifts and amazing crafts. So please help yourself, help you. Come buy some things with us. There might be some hot chocolate. There might be some cookies. There might be some vinyl records from Twist and Shout. I'm not sure. I'm getting like a thumbs up. Yeah. I'm just making this up on the fly. So now that I got a thumbs up, it's actually gonna happen. Cool. So I'm gonna stop talking because I talk a lot. And if you've been with us for a very long time, you know that I talk a lot. So I'm going to pass the mic to our first performer, and he's super cool. I talked to him earlier today, and he's like living his dream of like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he's like, I'm already living my dream, which is super cool. So please help me welcome Sage, the helper man, to the stage. Sorry, let me get this out the way.
How's it going, y'all? Super excited to be here and performing for y'all. This is a really nice place. All right. Without further ado, the first song of tonight is a cover by the Grateful Dead called Eyes of the World, instrumental style. Thanks, y'all. All right, the next song is "Run for the Roses" by Jerry Garcia Band, with lyrics by Robert Hunter. Thanks, y'all. All right. Next up, I'm gonna do an instrumental cover of Nirvana's "Polly." Yeah. Just want to give a quick shout out to Sacred Voices for having me out. It's been a really fun night. Thanks, y'all. My name is Sage Helperman. Hope to see you around sometime. Have a good night.
I forgot that I was the host. Did y'all ever forget that you're the host? And you're like, oh, no, you're just always ready? Jazz is always ready. Always. I wish to be like you when I grow up one day. Cool. So, much like what you just saw, Sacred Voices is like all genres. So, like music, poetry. If you're a dancer, come. That'd be super cool to see. Cool. So, coming up next, we have Rip de Loise Escobar. Did I say that? Yeah, I said that right? Cool. So, please join me in welcoming Rip de Loise Escobar. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All the way up to the mic, if you will.
Hi. What's up, everybody? My name is Rip de Loise Escobar, Antonio Escobar. Feel free to call me any of that, I guess. Debt sorted metronome ticks, so double time comes with a kick. Breathing is whatever joke you make it. Exhale in to barter with men. You're as valuable as the time you spend. Covered in reminders of hell. Fuck, my brother is 21. The years went by so fast. It felt like counting by minutes, empty new seconds, reincarnation, folks in the mirror, feelings not wilted. Fire, that means. Look, feel, mother skunt. Look, feel, mother skunt. It don't take much to stumble. Look, feel, mother skunt. Look, feel, mother skunt. It don't take much to fumble. Look, feel. Look, feel. Eye contact, it's all real rap, like MF Doom with his mask, spitting rap, straight shooting facts. Back when Kwame won the league, Tahin for Aramis. I think I have a bird for every sneeze, a cry for every lease, a lie for every please. I think I lost it. Shoot with your eyes, juke with your pride. Keep it moving on the grass, cause the cop is on your ass. Throw the bread to move the chickens in the morning before I'm yawning. Kept the garden during the press. Fatherhood is the mood. Figurehood for truth to represent someone new. Kept the groove. Miscellaneous missiles wrapped in old tabloid issues. Dramatic, theatric, Donio symbols. They say I'm really even in page. Look at the stage. Positive days. Money ain't always the root of your evil, so focus on you. We know the system's trash for the people. Nepotism. Fuck, being labeled illegal shit. Carrot juice sounds good right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your words and your little baby. Look at your little baby. Just so cute. Oh, I love babies. I have to stay away from them, though, because I will try to have one, and my partner will leave me. Not, just kidding. She's wonderful. She's lovely. She might leave me. Cool. Any of my poets ready to bless us at the mic? Yeah. You ready? Cool. Please welcome up to the mic, Jazz. You got a poet name? Jazz the Poet? Welcome, Jazz the Poet.
I don't like niggas standing behind me. Hello. So my name is Jazz the Poet, and this poem is called Love Lessons. I feel as though I've had great big loves, but multiple little lessons from loving. So many hearts opened up to show me mine. There was the love that taught me the value of silence, for in it her soul spoke louder. There was the love that taught me to order dessert first, 'cause time ain't fair. There was the love that taught me the importance of always showing up, 'cause she won't always be there. I remember that love that showed me that I'm not a touch me not. These hoes just didn't know how to touch me. And I'll never forget the love that taught me that I could do everything right and it still not be enough. And that shit hurt. There was that love that taught me to make her body quiver, not once, but a dozen times, so that she'll never forget you. I remember that love that taught me that I deserve so much better, and the one that taught me that she deserved so much more than me. I fell quick and hard till that one love showed me that it wasn't long lasting. There was that love that taught me that if she's perfect, she lives 500 miles away. And the love that taught me that I can always love better. Through all these lessons, I maintained that the blessing was being loved. Thank y'all. Y'all so nice. Yeah, I got one more. This one is called The Poem I Wrote About Her. So yeah. She looks at me and says, Jazz, when you gonna write a poem about me? I just smile. How can I tell her I already started? I just got stuck because I was using the word beautiful too much. How can I describe the way my heart melts when watching her lips speak my name? How can I convey how I've placed so much of our future in my frontal lobe? How it's too early to feel love, but girl, these butterflies that I feel every time that our eyes meet just lets me know that I'm not far off. I held your hand and felt my heart in my palm. I could write a poem as long as Psalms if it would help you see what I'm applying. I could write a poem for days about how your eyes show me the pain and passion of life. I can see how rare your soul is. Shit. I can see how rare your soul is. I suspect you're waiting to see if I'm like the rest. Probably gonna put me through all kinds of tests to see if I'm about my word. I once read that the truest love is always felt, so I'll make sure to always apply pressure. I can't measure the intensity that you make my heart pound at just the sight of you. That's just the happiest heart attack I've ever felt. With skin so yummy, you look like you might melt. You've captured my eye, you cutie pie. Thank you.
One more time for the love poets. I saw that eye contact. I saw it. I saw the eye contact. It's wonderful. It's very intimate. I like it. I'm trying to fix this mic because my height is like, don't like this. Okay, hold on. Ugh. Sorry. Bear with me. I'm a very weird host. If things just don't feel good, I'm just going to keep messing with it. Okay, hold on. Gotta fix my shirt, gotta fix. The thing about cameras is like you can't stop looking at it. Where it's like, is my do-rag good? I'm tired. Just letting everyone know. But hi, welcome. For the folks who are just now joining us because it's also virtual, hi, hello. My name is Bree. I am the co-executive director of Sacred Voices. We are a nonprofit that fosters unity and healing among BIPOC communities in Denver through creative expression. To the folks who donated to us for Colorado Gives Day, which is like this huge, massive, big day for like nonprofits. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was our first year participating in Colorado Gives Day, and we didn't think that we were going to get anything, but we managed to raise $2,000, which is like a big thing for us. So thank you so much for your support. Whether it was a share or $1 or $5 or like $100, I see you. Thank you. Whoever anonymous you are, I appreciate you. What's coming up for Sacred Voices? Oh, yeah, sorry. Y'all can't hear Aston, but he's telling me to do the things. So if you want to donate to us, following Colorado Gives Day, you can donate to us through our Venmo, which is, as I look on here for some help, there is no help. At Sacred Voices Denver. Is that correct, Aston? Yes, it is correct. No one heard that besides me. It's correct. Or you can go on our website, sacred-voices.org. There's a donate page. I made it. It took me forever. Please. Thank you. And then coming up next weekend, if you are struggling to get some holiday gifts, if you realize that the holidays is like just around the corner like I did, it's very stressful. We have a holiday event in collaboration with Union Hall Denver. If you don't know Union Hall Denver, get to know them. They're a super dope place right across the way from Union Station, and they are an art gallery. So if you are a local artist here and you want to get your art showcased in a gallery, Union Hall Denver might be your place. We're going to have a vendor pop-up event where we will have some vendors there. There might be some indigenous beadworkers there. There might be some painters, some print folks, some crocheters. I might be bringing hot chocolate and cookies. I don't know what type of cookies yet, and I don't know what type of hot chocolate because there's several. And then we will be having our record player there. So we'll be playing some vinyls. I'll probably grab some grab bags from Twist and Shout. If you've not been to Twist and Shout, they have grab bags. They're $5. Random vinyls. Random records. Just $5. It's wonderful. It's great. Cool. Anyone feel like coming up to the mic? If not, I can do a poem. If yes, I can get off the mic and share the mic. The little baby's pointing to his mom. He's like, Mom, get on the mic. No one's feeling. Do you want to get on the mic, little one? Do you want to say some things? Yeah? Come on. Do you want to bring your family with you? Yeah? Okay, bring your family with you. Come on. Your daddy just performed. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell the people who you are?
Say your name. What's your name? Aramis.
Tell us about your favorite thing. Do you like trains? Tell us about
You
trains.
like trains?
Mhm.
What is the train sound a train makes? Choo choo?
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
You want to hold the mic here? Aston, I don't apologize for anything I'm doing. Here, hold the mic. There you go. Look at that, baby on the mic. I've always wanted to get a baby on the mic. Do you want to talk about your dad?
Yeah. What do you want to say? No, you talk. Do you want to sing? What do you want to sing?
I want to choose.
Choo choos?
Yeah.
A song about choo choos?
Yeah.
Okay. The train goes from the east to the west. Do you want to? The train goes from the east to the west. Yeah? The train goes from the north to the south. And then the train says choo choo. Choo choo? Okay. Okay. I think
So great.
Akashwa Kodo.
Yeah.
Say Akashwa
Yes.
Akodo. Kodo? Kodo? Say Kodo?
Yeah.
Kodo? Kodo? Akashwa
Akashwa Akodo. Yeah.
Akashwa Kodo.
One more time for the little creation. We'll see you again, yeah? Yeah. He's like, yeah, you don't see me again. Yeah. Cool. So, you heard the little one. Akashwa Akodo is coming up to the mic to bless us. And the fun thing about our next performer is that they're going to be our next feature for next month. So please welcome them up to the mic. And then you let me know what height you want this mic to be at.
This is good.
Yeah?
Yeah, that'll work. Thank you.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for having me. My name is Akashwa Akodo. I'm a poet, spoken word artist, currently working on 2 manuscripts of poetry. Not sure when it's due. Been working on it for quite a while, so this is a couple of pieces from that. One of my manuscripts, I am focusing on my relationship with my mother and my grandmother, the issues of Black motherhood, resiliency, generational trauma, and survival. So, like I said, I've been working on it for quite a while. It's, very strong, going through a lot of things. So here's a couple of pieces. This one is called Grandmother in 5 Parts. Out of her body came 10. 2 died, they were lucky. Out of her body came a mop and bucket. All of her daughters would disappoint her, as daughters do. She would birth life and death cycles, unbroken rings of poverty and madness. I'm still fearful of that woman who never showed herself as vulnerable, afraid to show kindness. Out of her body came a hymn. I want to unearth her body, open it for its remaining thread of spirit, that place of will. She lived. Something has to still live. Out of her body came an alcoholic, a belligerent army nurse, and a somewhat self-sufficient schizophrenic. They would have daughters, never sons. Grandmother, I'm not going to heaven to see you, but I want to believe in that God, see a white version of us in his paradise. I want to find you by the river, singing your lonely gospels to virgins as they are feeding fat men. I want to find you clutching your white dress, waiting for your turn to serve a white man that will give you no rest. I will find you in some kitchen, unable to stand, hunched over a gas oven. God's children are impatient. You grip that cast iron in heaven. God's children want more. You stand over that stove, cornbread with bacon, grits with butter and honey. Even in heaven, Jesus needs a domestic. On your knees again, black woman. Sorry. All the virgins have smirks on their smiles as you wash their drawers in the sink. They walk to the lake proud and pure. And you, crippled, tired black woman, stand next to crippled, tired African woman, stand next to crippled, tired Indian woman, stand next to rows and rows and rows and rows of crippled, tired women, hunched over stoves and sinks, finding their reflection in God's toilet. Lunny, wasn't this supposed to be different? Haven't we suffered enough? We believed and we sacrificed. We bled. We did the best we could. God promised us. He promised. And the last one is called Mother's Dance, number 1. Mother does not want to dance alone. Come, child. She's trying to bring you into the music of her tears. Her mouth is bleeding. In the center of this prayer, she is dancing where there is no water. She stumbles for her father. Her hands are aching, and in her plea for salvation, she is naked. Hands touch her, knowing she will be raped again under the Lord's Prayer. Thank you.
I feel like I'm running laps. One more time for our amazing performer. You get the privilege of seeing her perform next month. So please come back to our open mic next month. I done twisted this so hard that I can't bring it up. I'm just gonna leave it. One more time for our performers. So all of our videos are live. So they're live on Facebook and they will be going up sometimes on our Instagram. If you want to be credited for our videos, if you want to use them, if you want people to get in contact with you, please give us your handles so that we can give them your handles. They can find you, pay you, do the things, get in contact. Community. That's what we do. I ran, and I don't believe in running, and now I'm out of breath. I don't like running at all. I just don't see the need for running unless you have to, unless someone's chasing you. Sorry. It's just so... Running just... It doesn't... I don't like it. Cool. We have another performer coming up to the stage. Please remind me how to say your name again. Kay Alohi. Please welcome up Kay Alohi to the mic.
Oh, no.
Is that mic good for you? Or?
I think it's a little tall. tightened it too tight.
Oh, down. Yes.
Oh, that's perfect. I think so. Awesome. Aloha mai kako, o Kealohilani ko uinoa. Hello everyone, my name is Kealohilani. I also go by Kealohi for short. And I have a couple things written that I wanted to share with you today. The first is a poem that is called A Commitment of Kuleana to You. And so it's going to have a mixture of English and Olelo Hawaii. So after I read the poem, I'll give a little bit of explanation so that, kind of bridge those language gaps. For my inner light, I am Aina, the land that feeds and provides in abundance, knowing I am in a reciprocal relationship. Our intimacy is sealed with love poems about Navahipana and the ways you've held me in the dead of night. For my kupuna, I am a lei, woven with your dreams and intentions, bound together with unbreakable cords conceived in a space somewhere between Lepo and Po. May I honor you and the ancestral memories you've left for me rooted in my na'au. I am learning to decolonize my tongue so I may hear your voice clearer, allowing me to follow in your legacy. For my mana mahu ohana, I am vai, constantly shifting, rising, and flowing, always without fail dedicated to sharing keola, our lives. Our waters met and merged for a reason, letting me know we cannot be separated because we are fundamentally, anatomically the same, rising and falling in rhythm with the cadence of Lilinoe as she envelops us in gentle reminders of queer aloha. For my trauma, I am a mele, speaking sweet melodies, creating lullabies to soothe my inner demons when they beg for me to love them. Mele that holds you when your chest is so tight you cannot feel anything else but the harmonies in one ear and out the other. For my comrades, I am Ea, sharing life for a collective sovereignty. May we remember our intricacies, hold space in tender aloha while we sing. He aloha e, he aloha e. Standing face to face with those who refuse to see our humanity, this mele keeps us in kapu aloha, in this sacred love. Our hands grip tighter, woven arm to arm through hell, so we may get a sweet taste of freedom. For the youth in my community, I am a basket. I can only hope to carry your aspirations and tears. In return, share my harvest of each passing season. I prepare you for deep learning and unlearning, to overcome lies rooted in colonialism, forcefully shoved down our throats until we no longer remember the way our ancestors breathed life into us. Let me share my ha with you. Press forehead to forehead. Let me share my ha the way Kumu, like how Nani K. Trask shared it with me, holding me in her basket of resistance, teaching me through her words and actions what it means to move in alignment with what is pono, what is in harmony, and what is right. When I wove this basket, I didn't know I could carry the weight of generations, but you've shown me the depth we can grow, and just how much aloha I can carry in my harvest. And so, I will stay here, weaving fine baskets of resilience to carry our keiki in. Mahalo. So let me give a little bit of context to what all of this kind of means. I'm not going to go into every single word that I shared, but I'll share what each beginning one meant. So for my inner light, I am Aina, which means land. If folks couldn't, see that from the rest of the poem, just trying to bridge those gaps. For my kupuna, which means my ancestors, I am a lei, which is woven with flowers typically. Mana mahu ohana is our proud and queer families, and for them I am water. For my trauma, I am mele, which is a sweet song. For my comrades, I am ea, which has a double meaning of life and sovereignty, because those two are just intimately tied together in our culture. And yes, that is pretty much the explanations to give more context. Mahalo. So the next thing that I'm going to be sharing is going to be more of a story time. It's because, in my culture, we are very rooted in storytelling as Indigenous people. And so I descend from people who kept our history alive through these oral traditions. I consider myself an educator through storytelling in hopes to catalyze action. And I stand here before you to share the Mo'olelo, which is our story of Pacific Islanders and the Pacifica community, because although we come from separate islands, we're all connected through the ocean, connected through navigation, and come from one another. This is a brief history of our fight against military imperialism. Let me grab some water real quick, just to prep myself for this. Water is life, so you gotta drink up. Just a reminder for everyone here or online, drink your water. Okay. Page. How many of you were taught the true history of our islands? One beyond what our rich soils could do to build the empires in the name of progress for mankind? Did they teach you how many bombs tore through the bones of our ancestors? Did they tell you that the radiation seeped into our DNA, that babies were born with skin translucent, their bones were stolen in the womb, creating a whole new term of jellyfish babies? The language is a really funny thing. How whole cultures and islands are erased, people are erased. Our Moana Nui Akea split in half on every globe, as though life can only exist on land masses but not in the water. They tried to rename our islands after those of colonizers. They call us territories instead of colonies to distance themselves from other colonizers, European colonizers, because America stands for freedom, right? 1893, Hawaii becomes a colony. 1898, Guahan becomes a colony. 1900, Samoa becomes a colony. Those who keep their name and aren't technically a colony face a similar exploitation. Our soils never belong to herself anymore because all they see is the green of dollar bills through sugarcane, pineapples, and phosphorus. When our aina, our whenua, could no longer feed the belly of the beast, we became disposable. For the good of humanity, they dropped bombs across Kamoana because they believe the ocean could take it. Because they have only experienced a fraction of its depth, it must mean that no one else knows how to navigate her waters and find life in every corner and crevice for thousands of years. These lies have destroyed the land, and they cannot erase that climate change is a colonial-induced catastrophe. The sleeping giants of destruction never truly go away. The plume of mushroom clouds create a blanket in the form of a concrete dome that is cracking, sinking its fangs into the hollow-out belly of the Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands since 1940, bringing a second death. That is, if the ocean doesn't swallow them first. What they stole from the Marshallese was their life, their land, and their name, rebranding it to contribute to their hypersexualization of Pacific women, Indigenous women, through the naming of a two-piece bikini, rather than recognizing their islands. Did they tell you about the bombs they dropped on Tahiti in 1960 through the 90s? They show you Tahitian dancers and women in pearls and pareos, but erase the cataracts and the cancer and radiation in the drinking water. Culture is prostituted to satisfy their white colonial gaze, the same bloodthirsty gaze Indigenous women know all too well from Turtle Island to the Pacific. Did they tell you about Hawaiians who fought against the U.S. military and won? The bomb shook the core of Ho'olave and awoke the consciousness of a nation in the 60s, and the generation that was raised without their culture connections because of legal banning, yet they still knew how to listen to the land's need and the call of our ancestors. The sacrifice of George Helm Jr., who physically laid down his life to protect the Aina, that sacrifice will never be in vain. We will continue to fight till we demilitarize the Pacific in his name and all others who lost their life to this battle. Today, Oahu is drinking water that is contaminated from jet fuel, and it has been for years. On the other side of Waikiki, next to sky rises and resorts, Native Hawaiians are getting sick from the military's negligence. The people, government, scientists, and more are all demanding that they remove the tanks, but the military refuses. They're ready to fight this because it's fuel for the imperialism across the world. It's a connection to the rest of the Pacific for all of their abuse. In a nation fattened by its own power, they'd rather indigenous people drink petroleum as a sacrifice that they never consented to. We refuse to be a martyr, but the grasp of imperialism tightening around our neck requires everyone to loosen the grip. It may be different oppressors, but we are bleeding from the same blade. I come to you with the mo'olelo they never wanted you to know as a gift. The fate of our lives and Aina depend on it, so let this be a light. A fire inside of you, let it burn in your na'au, and join our fight to demilitarize the Pacific. Mahalo nui.
So lovely, so lovely. I got the privilege to watch you perform at Shades of Honey, and I was like, this is amazing. This is amazing, and everyone should pay attention, and everyone should do the things. Cool. I made this way too tight. Cool. So, coming up to the mic next is my other co-executive director. His name is Aston. He works with me with Take Your Voices. He is also a musician and a producer, singer-songwriter. He does all the things. He's awesome. You should give him money. His music is out on Spotify and SoundCloud. Is Apple Music as well, Aston? It's on everything. It's on everything. So, cool. Aston, when you're ready, please come up to the mic. Woo! I don't know if you need that or not.
Hello. It's working. So hello everyone. As Bree said, I am also co-executive director for Sacred Voices. And like Bree said, I am a musician, and I have a few songs for you here today. Just two, don't worry. So this first one is an upcoming release of mine. This will be out next year, and this one is called Escapism. I run away. Nothing left for me here. Maybe war is the way. At least I understand it. They will all hate me soon. No forgiveness. I could have been happy. Once was. Why don't I run away? Nothing left for me here. Maybe war is the way. At least I understand it. Simple times, easy lives, peace and nowhere to be. My love's divine, mother's fine. There's no violence to see. I'm tired of the screams. It's not my fault. They can care for themselves. What do I want? Why should I even stay? I'm fed up with this life. I think war is the way. It's time to live my own life. it all fell onto me. It's just not fair. Maybe they are to blame. Failed to prepare. Why should I even stay? I'm fed up with this life. I think war is the way. It's time to live my own life. Moving on, no more pain. I've finally chosen to run. I'll miss you all, but you'll be better off. Goodbye. Until next time. Thank you. I forgot to take my mask off at the start of that. You guys heard of this thing called coronavirus? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Believe it or not, I think we all know what it is. I've certainly been through it this past year or so, and like everybody in here who is an artist, I wrote something about it. Yeah, I've been through my fair share of this. I had it. My girlfriend had it. My grandmother had it and passed away, unfortunately, because of it. So, it's been a lot. And let's share some feelings about that. This one is called Toxic and Sweet. I'm a million miles away, but I see your decay, occluded by stone and paint. You have been locked away, toxic and sweet, toxic and sweet, and death is in my eye, the shadow of failures on high, and I can only watch as tears fall down your face, and I can only watch as tears fall down your face. I've been through this before, sunlight peeking through the door. Your troubles keep me up at night, a risk that I can't ignore. Toxic and sweet, toxic and sweet, and death is in my eye, the shadows of failures on high, and I can only watch as tears fall down your face, and I can only watch as tears fall down your face. The world keeps spinning, people disappearing, no one seems to care, no one really cares. The world keeps spinning, people disappearing, no one seems to care, no one really cares. Thank you. Once again, my name is Aston, and I am on all major streaming platforms, even Tidal and Deezer and what is it, Amazon Music, those ones people have never heard of or use. My name is Aston, Astin. Thank you very much. Bree, yes. Talk more about me. Okay. I do. So, I've been a musician I started playing guitar 14 years ago, which I'm 27. So, I just passed the point where I've been playing this instrument for more than half my life. It's a weird thing for me. Anytime you start doing something for like more than half your life, it kind of takes on a different feel for it, I would say. It becomes like even more a part of your identity. It's like, oh, this is really who I am now, I guess. I'm kind of stuck with it. I've been doing this forever. I've been writing music since high school, and I started releasing music around the time when I was finishing up college. I got my degree in audio production, like recording and producing music, because I wanted to produce my own music. And that, of course, leads to producing other people's music as well. So I'm a little bit of a jack of all trades. For those of you who aren't sitting right in front of me, I was in the back booth over there switching the cameras and everything, and now I have other people doing it for me while I'm up here. So not only am I co-executive director, but I'm the media director as well. That's kind of what I do here. I'm also possibly one of the people who you were talking to if you were talking to the organization on Instagram or Facebook. It's either me or Bree. So hello again if you've talked to me before. You may not know. I may not know either. But anyway, Bree, how would you like to take this microphone away from me?
I wouldn't. Taking the power away from you. That's what Sacred Voices does, you know?
I'm fine with relinquishing some power now and then, like now, for instance. Thank you, everybody.
Give it up one more time for my co-ED. Yes. Yes. Lovely. Funny thing about me and Aston and how we became co-EDs, we like looked at each other during this panorama and we were like, structure, leadership, you want to be an ED? Sure. Okay, cool. And then immediately regretted it. Never become an ED. Ever. If you learn anything from this open mic, anything at all, don't do it. If they could like zoom in on my face super quick and just be like, don't do it. Yeah. Just like that. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good. Or if you want to, you know, if you have the energy and capacity to do that, you can do it. Cool. So coming up next, we have a virtual performer, which is really dope. Sacred Voices like to pride ourselves on having in-person and virtual performers because we know that the pandemic is real and we know that some people can't leave their house. So coming up to the virtual mic, we have my lovely friend. We've been in a cohort together with Youth on Record. Her name is Mama Ja, and she's dope. She is dope. You should invest in her. She makes the best pies. Listen, I'll let her talk more about herself, but if Mama Ja is ready, I think she'll be behind us in the virtual in-person lane. I think, as technology flows.
What's good?
What's goody?
Can you hear me?
What up?
Hey.
Hello. I wonder
Am I being heard?
You're being heard by me and everyone else. So yeah. I don't know if we can see you though.
Oh yeah, I have my camera off.
Wow.
But I can turn it on for you guys if you want.
So I think Mama Ja will be here, I believe. I think. I don't know.
Wait.
Hi.
Yeah, it's saying unable to access camera.
Oh, man. Whack. It might just be us.
A setting thing?
Yeah. I mean, it's all good. You ready to perform?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Cool. Take it away.
Cool. Hold on. Sweet everyone, so yeah, peace. My name is Mama Ja. Thank you, Bree, for the beautiful introduction. My apologies for not being there. I just ran into some complications with transportation, and I was super stoked to come and perform and just live it up because I haven't been to an open mic, I feel like at least for a year now. but I'm happy to be in this space, and I hope you guys can hear me. Yeah, I'm gonna be reading a poem off my phone, and hopefully that will work. But sweet, yeah, I got one, and actually I have two, but I think I'm just gonna stick to one. We'll see. This one is called "We Are Al-Kibulin," and the word Al-Kibulin means the Garden of Eden for mankind. And did a little research, and apparently that was the first name to Africa for Africa. So yeah, this one's called "We Are Al-Kibulin." Ladies and gentlemen, we have now started our descent into Al-Kibulin International Airport, our motherland of humankind, the soil they tried to make us forget, the place we're all from. It's known as Africa, but the original name is Al-Kibulin. Please ensure that your seatbelt is firmly fastened, your root is grounded, sacral is passionate, sunflower soul is absolutely bussin', heart stays flexing self-love, aura vibrations flow from your throat chakra, all while utilizing your third eye to guide you. Understanding it's all been a part of the plan. Having this crown automatically makes you a king or a queen, god or a goddess. Please discover it and make sure your seat is in the upright position. Your Akasha records should be open to discovering more about yourself. Please ensure that your tray table has been secured. All electronic devices must be turned off and remain off until we are well inside of the terminal. Unity is the cure, consistency is the doctor, and being relentless will take us there. Please don't panic if the tears of your ancestors flow from your eyes. My sisters, my brothers, embrace their dream you made into a reality. Remember, my kin, the last time our family saw their Eden was at the tunnel of no return. This is why we ask all personal baggage be stowed in the seat in front of you. We're going to do this shadow work. Our demons are going to catch these hands. That's real democracy. No longer hiding our issues under the rug. We must take a stand and shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Oh, oh, because it's so hard to dance with these devils on our back. So we got to shake it off. Oh, oh. And remain grateful while releasing all of the trauma. The only way out is through Sankofa. The only way out is through Sankofa. The only way out is through Sankofa. Never forget the medicine lives inside of you. It's up to you. Use the tools. Stay disciplined, but still disregard the rules they try to box you in. Your melanin is special. Believe in it. Flight 777 has now arrived at Al-Kibulin International Airport, the local time being 11:11 a.m. The outside temperature is a refreshing 81 degrees. Angel numbers breeze through your wings, born your spirit into enlightenment. Al-Kibulin is not how society televised it. Our land truly feels like a home. We ensure that you'll be welcomed with love because we see each other as spiritual beings experiencing humanity. For your safety, we ask that you remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. We understand that you're eager to take flight on your journey, but please remain patient. Like our ancestor Nipsey Hussle would say, hard work plus dedication will get you anything you desire. Affirmations consistently will ignite the fire in your subconscious mind to take that leap of faith. Please use caution when opening the overhead luggage compartment, and remember to keep your mobile devices switched off until you are well inside of the terminal of success, the terminal of bliss, the terminal every Black person should experience. The journey back is essential to realigning yourself with the highest potential. Melanated people, we love you. Once again, thank you for flying with MJ Airlines. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. Ashe. Thank you.
There. Is she not? Did she get kidnapped by brainwashers?
Who, me?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? I couldn't hear you, so I was like, I don't know.
Oh, cool. You're all good. How can we find you on Instagram or social media, Mama Ja?
Oh, sweet. Yeah, you can find me at MamaJa333 on IG. And I'm also on Facebook at Jamila Aaron Ali. And I can try to put my name in the chat, but I don't know if everybody there will be able to see it. But yeah, look me up on IG.
Cool
I
beans.
hope you guys heard the poem. I don't even know.
We did.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
Cool. Thanks, Mama Ja. Please come back to our next open mic.
I will be there. Thank you for having me.
Cool beans. Thanks.
Okay.
Yes. The other fun thing about Mama Ja is that Mama Ja is a part of Youth on Record. If you do not know Youth on Record, they are a dope nonprofit organization that also works with young people through music and arts. They're just super cool. Get to know Youth on Record if you're a young person into like arts and poetry and music, all the things. Get to know them. They might be having a cohort again, hopefully. Fingers crossed in the fall. Me and Mama Ja were a part of the cohort, and they do cool things. So cool. We have coming up next. I think we have B coming up next. Our virtual performer. B, are you ready to perform?
Yes.
Cool.
I am B. So I guess.
Do you have video? Do you have video access so we can see your face? Yay! Yes, hydrate.
I'm a little parched. Sorry. Not really good. I'm not really used to this, but it doesn't have a name. I just got it from a song that I heard, and it's short, not long, but here it goes. I refuse to victimize myself to a society that's created by a white man's greed. To have us gain them capital while we barely make ends meet. I'm here for my people and my ancestors, for they have allowed me to live my dreams. I can't really hear anything else, but thank you.
If B can hear me. Hey, was that your only poem?
I can hear you now.
Yes. Was that your only poem? Do you want to share more or?
No, that's the only thing I wrote.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for sharing. Cool. So, as I move this up, thank you so much, B, for performing.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I think we are slowly getting to the end of our program, which means that we get to get into our feature a little bit. Before we get into our feature, anyone feel compelled to do one poem? As I look around, no pressure. I will not call y'all. Ow. My arm hurts. I got my blood drawn today. It was very scary. I was trying to make small talk. She was like, give me your arm. And I was like, how long have you been doing this? And she's like, eh. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I don't know why health practitioners just don't want to talk. Like, I guess maybe they're stressed, but I'm like, I'm nervous. I am about to cry. Please tell me the color that you like the most. And I was like, so you've been working here for a long time? Or how long have you been a phlebotomist? Just, does it hurt? How many vials do I have to? Oh, that's 5? Okay, 5 vials. What is this for? She didn't want to talk. I was just like, breathe, Brianna, it's fine. It's just blood. Just breathe. It's just needles. It's just fine. Your mama's a nurse. It's fine. Like, you've gone through this. Anyway, again, if you have just joined us, hi, welcome. This is not a comedy sketch. I wish I was a comedian. It's my dream. I'm not funny. I like to think that I am, but I'm not. This is Sacred Voices, though. We have open mics every second Friday of the month. We will have an open mic next month with an amazing feature. So excited to see you rock the mic again. And next weekend, we are having a holiday pop-up vendor event. So if you have been scrambling to get some gifts for your loved ones, we got you. Come to Union Hall, Denver. The flyer is on our Instagram and Union Hall's Instagram. Get your life together. Get some gifts. And it's cool, and it's local, so you're supporting the community. With that being said, we get to introduce our lovely features for the night. They are, I believe, is there a name for? Will you help me introduce your group? I'm gonna call on help.
We are the Indigenas Brown Beret chapter of Denver. And we're going to have our elder, who's one of the original Brown Berets from the 60s or 70s, I believe. She's going to be introducing our chapter and kind of like the history around our founding. So she's over Zoom. Senora Helen, if you want to take over.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm not hearing you very well, so.
We can hear you.
Okay. So, in the spirit of Sacred Voices, I want to tell a story. I'm also a storyteller as an Apache. But in the year 1969, at West High School, there were students who were discriminated against. They were called bean eaters. They were spit on. The pennies were thrown at them. They would just face this discrimination, not from other students, but from administrators and from teachers. So these young people got together and they decided that they were going to walk out of that school and they were going to make a difference in education. Now, they did. They walked out of the school. In 3 days, they shut down 13 schools. And that was my youngest participation. I was about 17 years old when that took place. Then we formed a group, and we were the Brown Berets, and we were located in West Denver. West Denver was filled with young people who decided that they were going to organize and make change. They were the spark to the Chicano and Chicana movement. They were the spark to the civil rights movement in Denver, Colorado. So I fast forward almost 50 years, and here I am again. I actually took my oath for a Brown Beret, and I'm working with young kids. I'm not going to say children, but they are children to me. Young kids that I am going to mentor and guide, and give them my expertise, my wisdom, and they will do the same for me. So with that, they are the Indigenous Brown Berets. We chose the name Indigenous because we are going to rise above all the borders, all the thoughts that keep us separated. Mexican American, Mexicano, Native American. We are all indigenous people, and we've been that way until the colonialization of the Americas. So with that, I want to go with the ending of that story, of course, is that we're moving on, we're going forward. A new generation is taking over. And with that, I want to introduce our one of our co-chairs, Alessandra. Alessandra?
Hello. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. I can't figure this out, but I can hear you.
Okay, great. Well, first I want to thank Sacred Voices for having us. We're all a little nervous, and by all I mean like the youth speakers are a little nervous. So take it easy on us. But yeah, we're the newest chapter for the Brown Berets under La Mesa, and we also happen to be one of the youngest chapters in the nation, and we just started out. So I also want to shout out that our mission as the Indigenas Brown Berets is to create spaces where we can fight the oppression of Indigenous people, and we want to do this like on every aspect of oppression. We're gonna be engaging in legislative work. We're also engaging in mutual aid, figuring out mutual aid projects, and educating the community. So we're doing a lot of education ourselves from our elder, who is also highly educated. So Senora Helen, I also want to say thank you. She's teaching us college level education about our history that we wouldn't have access to had, because it's college level, like she was a professor. So that's us. All I can really say is that we're ready to get the ball rolling. If y'all are interested in the chapter, if you're interested in joining or like being like involved with us, you can email us at indigenabrownberet@gmail.com. Does anyone else want to share anything?
Yeah, I can go. Hello, everybody. So I just wanted to start off by thanking Sacred Voices for having us, giving us this platform to speak out and I guess voice our opinions. And then I'd like to thank everybody at the Indigenas Brown Berets for allowing me to express my opinion and my motives for joining the organization. Now, with that being said, I'd like to start off by introducing myself. My name is Alejandro Munoz, a third-year student at Colorado State University, majoring in horticulture with a concentration in business management, with a minor in ethnic studies as well. Now, you may be asking yourself, why horticulture? Well, in complete transparency, give me one sec, lost where I was reading, but in complete transparency, I chose horticulture in the hopes of becoming an entrepreneur in the cannabis industry. But don't be mistaken. Through these desires do not stem from personal financial benefits, but from more cultural ambitions. When I was first, it was always apparent to me that cannabis and its culture have been skewed in a way that have created negative connotations that are far from the truth, beginning with the phrasing of the word marijuana. Now, because of decades of the use of the word, you may not see anything wrong with it, but the origin of the word stems from the US's 1930 campaign to demonize the plant by associating it with Mexican immigrants. The appropriation of the word was done by racial politicians in the hopes of, like I said, associating it with a Mexican vice. Being of Latino American origin was one of the main reasons that skewed me to seek a career path in cannabis. Another moving factor was being the first generation to experience legalization of cannabis. It was always easy to get clouded in the fact of legalization, but when looking deep, the lack of participation within the industry of people of color made it clear that although progress has been made, now more than ever, people of marginalized communities lack the opportunities of participation. This participation can be seen in many ways, but it's up to somebody to take that initiative and seek the path so that others may follow. Now, you also may be asking yourself, what does this have to do with culture? In my point of view, this has everything to do with culture. Sorry, I keep losing my spot where I have it written down, but This has everything to do with culture. As from my experience, the negative stigmas that have been created by racial motives have created a negative stigma within the community as well. Because of this negative stigma created, it has impacted the Latinx's perspective of the plant dramatically. It's clear that the community believes that cannabis is a gateway drug when that's far from the truth, but still holds certain values that they see the medicinal properties subconsciously. Much like a lot of people, I grew up with what we call alcohol con marihuana, or just cannabis with rubbing alcohol, that was used to treat minor pains or major aches. This is for me what cemented the idea that people don't inherently believe it to be bad, but have been told a narrative that has misinformed them. It is my hopes that this stigma, through education, the community can gear their thoughts and actions into something that creates prosperity culturally, economically, through involvement in the cannabis industry. Now, this leads me to my reasoning to join the Brown Berets. How can anyone expect to create education and change within the community without being involved in the community? By joining the Brown Berets, I have an opportunity to support and contribute to the community in ways that address community issues we face right now. I would also like to acknowledge that this is not a Brown Berets mission. These are personal ambitions. Our mission as the Indigenous Brown Berets of Denver is to draw on traditional and cultural ways of our ancestors as the foundation of our group. And it is through these ancestral values and professionalisms that the Indigenous Brown Berets will carry out their mission and build sustainability for future generations. And then, yeah, that's basically all I have as far as like why I wanted to join the organization. Thank you.
Hello, Ale. I know that you wanted to share a piece, and you have free range to share a piece. Y'all have the rest of the night with us.
Yay!
I love Ale so much.
Okay. I wrote this like maybe a month ago, and I like barely touched it up today. So I'm open to feedback. Okay. And it's kind of a combination of two pieces I wrote. The American nightmare has youth accustomed to the sound of gunshots and running away. Y'all's Uncle Sam ain't gonna protect us from these gunshots, so you feel like you have to get one. Us against the world, us against the bullets, us against ourselves, us against Americans, us against their prison industrial complex. And then let me get to the other part. At 6 p.m., I was passed down my first brown beret. At 9 p.m., I lost my BFF, Luis. At 6 p.m., I spoke with a room full of lawyers of color to see how we can support Black and brown youth in the street. At 9 p.m., I spoke with Luis's hermana, who was desperately looking for her brother, who was lost to the streets. At 6 p.m., I told the lawyers how my work is centered towards where I was raised, Montbello and Commerce City. At 9 p.m., Luis's homeboy told me that my BFF from Montbello was shot in the head in Commerce City. After meeting with the lawyers, I walked away with confidence and hope. After speaking with Luis's homeboy and breaking the news to his now heartbroken sister, I could barely manage to walk and struggle to keep a breath.
I like to say one. that I wrote for this program, and so it's new. So I'm still working it out, but it's called Revolution. Revolution, how easy it slips from our tongues. Liberation, freedom, desires that only met by guns. With the words justice and equality, do they flaunt? Equal education, job opportunities, do they taunt? Appeasing the brown masses with words of want. But what they give us is brown on brown violence, police brutality, and education only as a wish. Gang violence is used to cleanse our barrios of our young women and men. Hopes and dreams linger on the prison walls as the end. Revolution, how easy it slips from our tongues. I know we got some poets in the Brown Berets. Let's see what other ones can say something. Got about 15 minutes.
So I'm not a poet at all, but I thought it'd be a good time to read something by Corky Gonzalez, his poem.
Okay.
So I'll read that out. It starts off by Yo soy Joaquín, perdido en un mundo de confusión. I am Joaquín, lost in a world of confusion, caught up in a world of gringo society, confused by the rules, second by attitudes, suppressed by manipulation and destroyed by modern societies. My fathers have lost the economic battle and have won the struggle of cultural survival. And then, yeah, that's basically the excerpt that I wanted to read out.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Are y'all, I'm like still wanting to honor the space. Does anyone want to share? Ale, do you have more to share? Maybe D, I know that you're here in person. Okay. Or, if you all have more information about the organization, I would love to provide that to, our audience viewers and some young people who are, going to be watching this video with the days to come. Yeah, do you want to? Yeah, D?
I would like to hear some of our young members tell us why the Brown Berets were so important to them.
Looks like D will be that person.
And then if you and I can tell you why it was important to me. Oh. Okay.
Hi, can y'all hear me well? Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. My name is Dee. My pronouns are she, they. I was just sworn into the Brown Berets this past Tuesday or the week before. So I'm barely new. A couple of us we are barely revitalizing the chapter. And I just kind of want to start by letting everybody know that these efforts are really led by our elders and femmes in the group. And so we're really blessed to have an original Brown Beret with us. La Señora Helen is sharing all of her expertise and her knowledge with us. So we're very fortunate to have her assistance in rebooting the chapter. For me, the Brown Berets focuses on a couple of things. First is a focus on partnerships with other BIPOC organizations in Denver, like Sacred Voices, as well as caring for and protecting the community. So back in the original Brown Berets of Denver, they would do self-defense and they would provide protection for the community. So we're going to be trained in self-defense, and we're also going to be hosting mutual aid projects for the community. Sorry, I'm speaking a little quickly. We are also focusing on educating ourselves and making this information accessible for our community. So a lot of the education that La Señora Helen is providing for us, like Alessandra said earlier, it's very college level. So we're making it more digestible for ourselves and also for the younger folks who want to learn about the history of our people. And then there's a really big aspect of reclaiming our indigenous roots and continuing on a journey of self-discovery. I think that at least for myself, coming to terms with the fact that Mexicans began here, our history is here. It feels really good to be supported by a group of people who have also come to terms with that, and we are kind of on this journey of self-discovery. And so in the spirit of that, I am going to read a poem. I didn't write this. I'm going to preface, this is not my own poem. This is a spoken word by Cosmic Force. That's Cosmic with a K. They are an indigenous group, rap duo based on Tongvaland, which is modern-day Los Angeles. And this is a poem called Star Child. And I'm not doing the whole thing. It's very long, so this is a condensed version of Star Child. But before I get started, will everybody just take a deep breath with me? I'm kind of nervous. Okay. Can y'all hear me okay with my mask? I feel very comfortable
I can hear you.
With my mask on. I feel like I'm very mask conscious now. I get really self-conscious when people see me without my mask. It's become an accessory, so I'm gonna keep it on if everyone's comfortable with that. So this is Star Child by Cosmic Force, Cosmic with the K. Y'all can stream them on SoundCloud, on Spotify. I don't want to get copyrighted. Star Child. Peace to the listener in every direction of the medicine wheel. Wherever you may be, I'm inspired to inspire you, the same way you inspire me. We are more similar than we are different. Just like you, I'm made of stardust. Just like you, I'm finding myself. I was stripped from my humanity, but now I'm finding my humanity. Who are you? If you don't know who you are, you need to start discovering yourself. I am a first citizen to the supercontinent that the settlers called the Americas. I look like my fallen ancestors because I am my ancestors. I know one day we will reunite among the stars because we are star children. Energy never dies. We are master builders, creators. We write, we paint, we draw, we sing, we drum, we dance, we tell stories. We love our people. I'm a storyteller. That is my role. That is my purpose. All of us here have a purpose. Every single one of you listening right now, wherever you may be, you are gifted. Remember that. Share your gift with the world. Inspire others to elevate their thinking. Stay inspired so that you can inspire others. This path of self-discovery is a journey of healing. And if you've stepped foot on this road of self-discovery, believe me when I say that it is a calling. It was not the colonizers' plan for you to come back to the fire. So, to my native indigenous people of Avayala, Turtle Island, that are listening, before anybody stepped foot on this land, we were here. We can never allow foreigners to label us foreigners on the continent where our people originated from. Star Child, I originated here, nowhere else. Yo soy originario.
Gracias.
I send all of my love and my starlight. Live your life in total resistance. Be well. Peace. Thank you.
Que viva.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful. You were just about to come up and just tell people about your organization, and then you got a whole poem. That was great. Again, too, you all, the Brown Berets, if you have anything else to share with folks, how can people get involved with you? Maybe if you have some financial need, how can people donate to you? How can we support you both financially, on the ground, spiritually? Support. How can we do that?
I think that it can support us. Oh, good.
You want to go, Senora? I could go.
Go ahead.
Well, I guess we have an email now. It's indigenabrownberet@gmail.com. That's with the indigena with an A. We are currently in the process of organizing a mutual aid project. So we're collecting jackets for a clothing drive, as well as like hygiene products. So hand warmers, pads, disposable toothbrushes. We're going to be creating kits to hand out to the houseless community. The winter is really strong this year. It's very cold already. And so we want to give back to the houseless community right now. I think that's all the projects we're doing right now. Can you spell out the email? Yeah, it's going to be Indigena, INDIGENA, Brown Berets, BROWNBRET, @gmail.com. And we don't have any social medias yet, but that's the best way to reach us is through the email.
We do have Facebook.
Oh, I guess we do have a Facebook. What's our Facebook name, Senora?
Indigenous Brown Berets of Denver.
There it is. So find us on Facebook or over email. And if you just wanted to get know more about us, just get in contact with one of us. Shoot us an email. You can find me on Instagram @RadicallyDamar. That's DAMAR. You can find me on Facebook too, I guess. I don't really use Facebook, but that's my full name, Damar Garcia. Yeah, and thank you for having us here and for allowing us to take up some space. We're really excited to be starting up our chapter again, and you'll see more of us around town. So just say hey. Thank you.
If there isn't anything else, then I'll wrap up the show and give some thanks and praises.
Since we got a couple of minutes, I would.
Oh, you went out. You cut out. I didn't hear you. Oh no. Hello?
Good evening, brothers and sisters. If you're able to hear me, this is Joe Gonzalez.
Hey.
The Indigenous Brown Berets of Denver. I'm on a bus traveling from Texas to Colorado. And so I'll be brief, but I just wanted to appreciate Sacred Voices for having us on and for our chapter to be so strong and volunteering their efforts. And I'm really grateful for that. And we look to see more and hear from us more. Like I said, I would be brief, but thank you. And I appreciate your time and
Yeah, thank you. Please get here safely. Is there anything else?
I'd like to say one more comment if I can.
Yeah. Whoa.
I don't know if you can hear me or not, but
I can hear you. Yes.
You know, this is Senora Helen.
Yes.
I'm glad that these young kids appreciate me, but I want to tell them I appreciate you. There's a saying that says they tried to bury us, but they didn't realize we were seeds. Well, they tried to bury us a long time ago, and you can see we're flowering right now. So thank you to those who was thanking me for my effort. You are our flowers. You're the next generation.
That's so beautiful. Thank you. Man, that intergenerational love really gets me. So thank you so much for not taking up space, but being in the space with us, being in space that we provide you with us. We hope to see you at our open mics, at our events. We hope to see us at your events and how to show up for y'all. I think that there's something really special about young people, and especially young femmes leading movements, because they've been doing movements. They've been leading all of the movements that we have to think for all of our rights. So please stay in contact with this amazing chapter. Watch what they do, support what they do. Do the thing. Show up. Body, spirit, pockets, financials, checks, cash, pennies, money. So I can close this out since it is around that time. Thank you so much for coming to Sacred Voices open mic. This is a really dope open mic that we had a feature that was not like a poet or like a singer-songwriter, but like a community organizing group that you get to know more about. We hope to have more groups like this in the future. If you are watching this and you have a group that you want to get the word out, if you want to have resources and support, please hit us up. We are an unearthed gem in Denver. We have this studio, we have these microphones and cameras and live streams. We want to give this to the community because we are community oriented. So if you want to keep up with us, you can sign up to our newsletter on our website, sacred-voices.org. If you want to donate to us, you can donate through our website, or you can donate via Venmo at Sacred Voices Denver. The work that we do is not cheap. It costs labor, time, energy, headaches, migraines, all the things. And yeah, please come and celebrate the holidays with us, or celebrate a Saturday if you don't celebrate the holidays with us next Saturday at Union Hall, Denver. It is a free event, so it is free. Come, eat my cookies. If I bring cookies, I do not want to bring cookies home. Take all the cookies. So if y'all are going to come, please RSVP through Union Hall Denver's link on their Instagram, and I hope to see you all there. I believe that is the only thing that I'm supposed to say. Aston, is there more? Talk to me through my ear. Cool. Thank y'all, and have a great night. Thank you.